Tonight on 5 News, the BBC correspondent Martin Bell stands against Neil Hamilton as an anti-sleaze candidate. The Grand National is ready for the off again, and it's free. And the Coca-Cola Cup final is to be replayed after Leicester leave it late. Labour and the Lib Dems have agreed on a joint anti-corruption candidate to stand against Neil Hamilton, the MP at the centre of the Cash for Questions allegations. It's the BBC's war correspondent, Martin Bell. The Conservatives are calling the move a cheap stunt. Our reporter, Sarah Smith, is with me. Sarah, this is a real bolt from the blue, isn't it?
It is incredibly surprising news, but Neil Hamilton has been under pressure to stand down for some time.
Allegations that he took cash from Harrods boss Mohammed Al-Fayed to ask parliamentary questions, allegations he denies. The opposition parties have been looking for an anti-sleaze candidate to stand against Neil Hamilton for about 10 days. It's a complete surprise that candidate should turn out to be award-winning BBC journalist Martin Bell. He's a veteran foreign correspondent, best known for his reporting of the war in former Yugoslavia, where he was famously injured on one of his assignments. Labour have tonight been explaining why the switch of candidates.
But we've decided to back Martin Bell as the single anti-corruption candidate because of Mr Major's inability to show leadership and to sort out the wrongdoing in his own party.
The truth is that we wish to debate the issues fully, openly and frankly with the Labour Party, and they simply will not do so and pull stunts like this when they've had a bad time, as they have been having in the last few days.
So, Sarah, what does this mean for Neil Hamilton's chances of getting elected?
It's not good. There was an ICM poll in The Observer today, put an anti-sleaze candidate at 38% and Neil Hamilton at 39%. That's him just ahead, but those are not good figures in what should be the Tories' 5th safest seat in the country. The big decision about Neil Hamilton will get made on Tuesday. The Tatton Constituency Association are meeting then to decide whether or not to adopt him as their parliamentary candidate, so we'll see what happens then.
So are we going to see Martin Bell MP?
There are several hurdles before that might happen. It's possible he won't actually stand at all, because what Labour and the Lib Dems have said is if Neil Hamilton decides to stand down, then they'll withdraw Martin Bell and the original Labour and Liberal Democratic candidates will stand. So maybe not just yet, we'll see Martin Bell MP. OK,
Sarah, thank you very much indeed. The organisers of the Grand National want 10,000 people to turn up to see the race tomorrow in defiance of the IRA. It'll be free to get in, with organisers promising extra tight security, but no cars allowed nearby. Geeta Gurumurthy reports from Aintree.
Almost 24 hours after being evacuated from Aintree, racegoers were finally let back in this afternoon to collect some 6,000 to 7,000 vehicles locked inside. It had been a frustrating time for the thousands stranded here, many bedded down in emergency shelters at sports centres and church halls last night. They were bussed across the city to be given breakfast this morning, and then the long wait to retrieve their vehicles. As the hours ticked by, for some, the frustration was too much.
I'm sorry, I can't explain why they've done that.
They won't now let us in, and they tell us we've got to walk a mile and a half around the other side of the course. My wife is 5 months pregnant, and they expect her to go and walk round. There's no assistance whatsoever to actually let us in or help us out in any way.
Despite police efforts, some coach drivers moved inside en masse, but most motorists complied with the authorities' plans. Once people are let through the gates, they're being escorted to these desks where they've got to give some sort of identification, their name and their car registration, before being escorted by police officers to their vehicles.
They're doing a grand job here.
Everything's orderly?
Everything's been remarkably orderly. I think people have been very well behaved. The authorities, under the pressure they are, have done a great job.
Determined not to be defeated, trainers such as Jenny Pittman are preparing for tomorrow. Aintree says the National will be run at 5 o'clock.
The race is still the world's greatest steeplechase. It's one of the world's 10 or 20 greatest sporting events. We run the race tomorrow.
Numbers might be down, but entry will be free for those who can come and watch the race, but no vehicles will be allowed inside the grounds. And tonight, police say they're stepping up security for tomorrow. Geeta Gurumurthy, Aintree, 5 News.
3 more top stories hitting the headlines tonight. A party political row's broken out after the Aintree attack about who we can trust to tackle terrorism. The Home Secretary, Michael Howard, said Labour consistently refused to back the Prevention of Terrorism Act. Labour quickly rounded on Mr Howard, saying he had deliberately broken the agreement not to score political points over terrorist incidents. Scotland Yard's investigating how an innocent man ended up in jail for 2 months because of a mistake by its fingerprint bureau. He was wrongly accused of burgling broadcaster Miriam Stoppard's house, even though his prints were checked 3 times. The Space Shuttle Columbia has been ordered home. Mission Control say problems with the generator mean it's not safe to go on. An emergency landing's due on Tuesday, scuppering plans to see the effects of space on fires. Middlesbrough and Leicester will have to replay the Coca-Cola Cup final. Both teams scored in extra time, leaving the final score 1-1. Charlie State was at Wembley to watch the match.
76,000 fans arrived at Wembley this afternoon. They travelled from all over the country, in good spirits and looking forward to the match. But after events at Aintree, they were well aware that security was even tighter than normal and the police presence high profile. Inside the ground, the atmosphere reflected the bright sunshine and the game kicked off on time. The first half, though, was lacklustre. Both sides seemed nervous. 0-0 at full time, but in extra time, Middlesbrough's Italian star hit the target, 1-0. Tense moments for the Leicester manager, but his team delivered with just 3 minutes to go. A scramble in the goalmouth. Emile Heskey puts the ball in the net. 1-1 the final score, the replay on April 16th.
It wasn't a very good game at all. It's just so disappointing for them to get the equaliser with just 2 minutes to go.
I thought it was a clever game. I thought we played well. I thought they played well as well. I thought it was a very even-Steven game, really.
In the end, no repeat of the chaos at Aintree yesterday. The crowd now going home after a Coca-Cola Cup final in the sun. Charlie State, Wembley, 5 News.
Here's your weather. Scotland and Northern Ireland, cloudy and wet tomorrow. England and Wales, overcast to start. Then they'll brighten up. Temperatures 10 to 15. And that's 5 News for now. Our next update's at 11, but from me, Rob Butler. Good night.